running on campground Wi-Fi and 3 hours of sleep, you need more than just good vibes. And that's where Adventure with Coffee podcast sponsor Dubby comes in. No crack, no jitters, just clean, focused energy that won't make your hand shake or your heart scream.
It's zero sugar, zero fillers, and zero fake stuff. None of that weird stuff you can't pronounce. Basically, if chaos had a chill cousin that helped you focus and tasted good, it'd be Dubby. We don't hit record or the road without it.
Made in the U.S., camper approved, and RV life tested. This isn't your sketchy gas station energy drink.
So grab yours at w.gg and use Adventure W Coffee at checkout for 10% off. Because RV life is unpredictable, but your energy doesn't have to be.
And welcome back to the Adventure with Coffee podcast. Took a little month hiatus, so there is something we need to talk to you guys about. It's not all bad.
We tend to take monthly hiatuses a lot, yes?
Yeah, I mean, occasionally.
You're welcome.
So, hi, my name's Tyler. I'm an alcoholic. And
just jumped right into that.
I did. That's going to be the topic of our podcast today. I am an alcoholic. I made some mistakes in my life, and I am now on a path to recovery, and I hope that my story can give people hope and resilience that you can change and you can make your life better. And I think Gracie wants to talk a little bit about how the alcohol affected her. My alcohol usage affected her. So that's gonna kind of be what we're talking about today, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I guess so now.
So you're ridiculous. We talked about this before.
We did.
Well, to really get things started off, I am an alcoholic. I did not know I was an alcoholic, although my beautiful wife did make a couple mentions that I may or may not have drank too much at times. And
couple?
Yeah, couple. And I would always...
we gonna be honest, let's be honest.
Many a time. And I kind of fought that aspect. I didn't want to accept it. I knew I was an addict because in college, many of you know my story. And if you don't, in college, I was hooked on pills and hard liquor. And I thought, the hard liquor, I was like, oh, that's alcohol, not really beer. And I told myself that lie for a very, very long time. Yeah, and Gracie, do you want to talk about kind of some of the early signs you saw that really threw those red flags up?
When this all came out, I think a lot of people, and when you told your family and stuff like that, they were all pretty much had the same effect, right? Like, I didn't know it was to that extent.
Yeah. And
I would have never pegged you as saying alcoholic. I wouldn't have given you that title because, one, I've never been around that.
Yeah.
Like, all of my family, they drink, but it was never in an excessive type of manner. It was for parties if they had some or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I've never been around that before. But we did have discussions, and this is where some of the heated discussions came into play.
Yeah.
Because if we would go out, it was more than to have a good time.
I was drinking to black out.
To not feel.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially what I was doing.
Yeah, and it got to the point when he was at home that it was more so like instead of like where normally, like, for example, for me, I don't actively get, sorry. I don't.
Oh my God, what was that?
I like swallowed wrong, so then I was like,
oh my God. Whoever's listening to this right now is like, what the fuck is going on?
That's that weird part of me.
Yeah.
They've got to have a name
Alyssa's
for
going to
it.
know this now.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Gracie's boss, Alyssa. She's going to know how weird you are now.
She already knows.
Yeah, oh yeah, but it just took it to the next level right now.
She She probably already knows.
She's probably like, yep, this checks.
I try to be so normal, but honestly, it is what it is.
Yeah.
They've got to have a word for it.
It's Gracie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, continue.
Sorry. So yeah, it just got to the heated point of realization, because if I would go to buy some type of alcohol, I would have it in the fridge forever, whether it was Malibu or a beer, because I don't drink like that. And so I couldn't figure out why he wasn't the same.
Yeah. And I really went through a period, I don't know if you remember this, I'm sure you do, but like, I couldn't get enough alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
I would drink a case a night, and I'd want to go out to the store and get more beer, or I'd turn to
like 6. It used to. Remember when it used to? So this has not been forever, because when we first got together, he did drink, and then he went for like 2 years.
Yeah, I quit
of
for
like
2 years.
nothing, and then it kind of bounced back and got back in.
Yeah.
But when it got to a point where I was like really noticing it, it was to the point where like we were counting them, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, well, I'll have 6 tonight. And then it was, okay, well, I had 3 tall boys. That wasn't enough. Let me go get some more.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where it was just, yeah, you're right. It was like enough wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, and there were points, and I was proud of this at the time. I was so proud that I could drink a case a night. Like, what the fuck is there to be proud about that? That is not healthy. And so I'm just going to say it. I did things that I regret. I stepped out on my marriage, and
Were you looking at me before you did that? And I'm over here. I'm a multitasker today, people. I'm over here doing my hair while we're doing this. Did you look at me before you said that, or did you just kind of like internally? Okay.
Internally, I felt like that's what I need to do. I need to own up to my shit. That's part of what we learn in AA. Yeah, I did that, and not proud of it at all. I am sorry to the people that I hurt. Most importantly, my beautiful wife, Gracie. We are working through it currently. Like I said, I'm going to AA, and it's really opened my eyes to a lot about what alcohol does to the body. There's a lot of research out there, and it literally shrinks the brain. If you look at an alcoholic's brain and the brain of somebody with Alzheimer's or dementia, the alcoholic's brain has actually shrunk more than the Alzheimer or dementia patient. And that's something that's super interesting to me, because it shows that the devastating effects that alcohol can have, and most of the research has been on moderate drinkers lately, and not full-blown alcoholics like myself. And the moderate drinkers are shrinking at that rate. Just imagine what's going on with what I'm doing, or what I was doing. I am now, today, as of recording this, I am 39 days sober. Yeah, thank you. And I'm really proud of that. I'm shooting to break my record of 2 years and go for the rest of my life. That's one of the agreements that Gracie and I have. As part of this working through what I did was, if I drink alcohol again, it's done. She's not going to go through that again. And I 100% don't blame her. Actually, that was my proposition, that if I drank alcohol again, that we would divorce. I hate that word, but that's just point blank period what the understanding was, and I really needed to hear that. And I think that was important to me as part of my healing process.
Yeah.
Gracie, do you want to talk a little bit about what you've been doing to kind of heal from this?
I was very much against it at first. She was.
Yeah, and I don't blame her. 100% do not blame her at all. I don't want anybody thinking that, anything like that. Like, she had every right to be upset.
I don't think this was an easy decision for anybody involved, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I it was brought to my attention for family that was brought into the situation that I may want to go to whether it was therapy or they have, everybody knows AA meetings. Well, if you're out there listening, they do have what they call it Al-Anon. And it's for kids, spouses, family members,
Family and friends.
Anybody you can think of that's been touched by it, whether it was back in the day, whether it's present,
not alcoholics, but the friends and family of alcoholics.
Yeah. So, and they have this app, and so you can join the meetings. They're free.
AA meetings are also free. You can donate if you want to, but it's not required.
And I've been going for the past few weeks now, just sporadically, and it really has helped, because I was very much against, like, I was so shut off.
She was, and it broke my heart.
To do with it. I was like, nope, it's not my problem. It's nothing that I need to change in my life for, because I didn't do anything. And while some of that still holds true.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. You don't need to. You're not the one that needs to change.
Well, they're very much like you in your meeting. They're like, you need to do it for you. In my meeting, they're like, you need to do it for you.
Yeah.
So they're very much like focused on what party you are and how to help you specifically. So that's also been really nice. We had a really good. Boy, the PTSD is hard. We really had a good day one day, and I don't know, I forgot what hit me, and it hit me hard. And Tyler's done really good about, like, respecting boundaries with this, because I'm very much a time person where I have to like sit in it for a minute, because if I don't, I'm gonna say something I regret. Period. It happens. It's happened so many times. So we've learned how to give and take with communication on that. I don't know why I'm holding the phone. But I just sat in the car one night and didn't tell him. I was like, no, I just need a minute. Didn't know I was going to go to a meeting. Hopped on my phone and went to one because I felt like I needed it.
Yeah.
And it helped.
I've been going to AA meetings every day of my sobriety. And I agree. There are days where I'm just like, I need to go to an AA meeting. I need to get in there and be with people who understand what I'm going through. And I think that may be kind of the same thing that you feel.
Yep. There's a couple of people, and it's so, because it's worldwide. It's worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah, because we have people from Australia, the UK, yeah.
And it is so cool to hear other people's stories, because, oh my God, you think you're going crazy through it, and you're like, no, you're acting insane. Like, this is not what you should be feeling. And then somebody pops on, and they're just super honest and open about it. And you don't even have to share. I did not share. My first meeting was...
Belle broke through the barrier that we had to keep the dogs out of the room while we're recording.
My first meeting was... I stayed silent. Off camera, I did not talk. I just wanted to learn how it worked and kind of see what expectations were. And I started to open up a little bit more, and I've talked in a few meetings, and you don't know if you sharing is going to help somebody, but typically somebody else is going to be going through something, if not the same thing, something very similar. And it's nice to know you have a huge support group out there, because if you're a friend or family of somebody who drinks a lot or is trying to recover, and you're really deep in it with them, you need just as much support as they need support.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I really appreciate your perspective on it. And I'm glad that we've been able to work through this, and we are continuing to work through this. I know it's going to be a process, and anybody out there listening, any alcoholic or friends and family of an alcoholic, just know it is a process. Right now, one of the withdrawal symptoms I'm going through at day 39 is I'm having dreams every night of getting drunk, getting blackout drunk, to the point where I have to get drunk in my dream until I wake up. That's what wakes me up, is I get blackout in my dream. And I wake up in a sweat. I wake up craving that alcohol. And that's what they tell us in AA. I don't know what they tell you in Al-Anon, but it is a allergy. It is actually an allergy, because it's not like it, instead of making you have a rash, every time you drink alcohol, it makes you want more and more and more. And you feel like you can't get enough. And I'm not saying all this to make me sound like the victim. I'm not the victim here. I did this to myself. While yes, it's not my fault that I'm an alcoholic, it is my fault that I fought it for so long. And did not listen to the one person who was around me the most and who knew me probably better than I know myself. It's still at this point. But in that, what it made me do was act out of character, which is something that alcohol does. And I think one thing that was hard for you,
Me?
yeah, was the fact that you couldn't understand why I was hiding it when I was sober. And part of what alcohol does, as I mentioned earlier, is shrink the brain to where, and it starts with the frontal cortex,
He
the
means
frontal
hiding,
lobes,
and he means like hiding
hiding what I was
what he
doing.
was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And part of that is the frontal lobes shrinking first. And what that does is control your decision making and things like that. And because this was never anything that I had ever done before this, before I started on this path of really downward drinking. I think my real starting point for this was the day my grandpa passed away. I had a really tough time with that, and I drank. And a lot of the times when I drank because I was thinking about him, and I was just in my head, and I was sad and upset, and made me want to drink so that I didn't have to feel it.
He'd smite you down.
I know he would. He'd smack me upside the head and be like, boy, what in the hell are you doing? I'm telling you, I know. I tell you what, he kicked my ass for what I did, though.
I know.
And because he ain't never did that to my grandma, I know. And
that was my buddy.
I always wanted to be like their marriage, and I kind of blew that, but at least we can be like their marriage in time and love going forward. And I really think that's what we're trying to do, is make that difference for us and take that next step. And we're going to learn from this. We've always said this from the beginning. Together we can do anything, right? We can rule the world. And I think that's what the path we're on right now is getting back to that, and being the king and queen of travel, and being able to do that. And
Yep.
so,
I agree.
Anything else you want to add about the Al-Anon or my alcoholism, how it impacted you, anything like that?
I just think it's important to remember, one, that if you're in a situation and if you need somebody to talk to about it, please feel free to reach out. Happy to help, happy to talk. But
same here to any alcoholics.
But if you are I'm more of an introverted person. This is hard for me right now. This is way too personal. I don't do personal stuff. The fact that when all of this happened, I didn't tell anybody. It's not the first time, right? So
right.
It's something that we've been dealing with, and
this time was the last time, though.
Yeah. And I ended up telling one person this time because I don't know, I couldn't do it by myself anymore.
Yeah.
And then because that person who I love dearly so much in the world, I think I just needed to be able to vent into a safe space. And then Tyler had told a couple people, and then a bad night happened, and then his family got involved. So people that I didn't want to know now know. And it's not like that was up to me anyways, because it's your story and then I have mine.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm also trying to deal with, is figuring out how to navigate that, because I'm a very private person. And I was already a little reluctant about this because it's our private business.
Yeah.
So, but regardless, if you're more like me and you're an introvert, or you're a private person and you're still trying to figure out how to navigate it, how to get through it, these meetings, like I said, you can Google it, go to the App Store. It's Alanon, or AA has their own. You can go in anonymously.
Yeah.
I said it right.
Yeah.
And you can put in whatever name you want to. It does not even have to be yours. There's so many people up there that have funky names that it's just, they're funny almost, then you can laugh at them. So if you need the help and you don't want people to know that it's you, or you just don't want to speak or talk about it, but you just need somewhere to listen and be able to hear about others that are going through it, feel free to join. We'd love to have you.
You know, I know this has been a tough conversation, especially for you, because it brings up a lot of bad memories, but I'm proud of us for having this conversation and being open about it to possibly help somebody else. And I really look forward to doing that, to hearing somebody say, hey, your podcast episode helped me. And I really think that we will. But on a lighter note, we have decided to temporarily get out of RV life while I'm in school, going back to get my doctorate.
I finished mine!
She got her MBA, y'all.
We should have paused that and put, watch out for your eardrums if you have headphones in, because that's going to be loud.
I can. We'll just watch out for your headphones, because
Mm-hmm. I'm about to scream.
Yeah. Oh no, guys. But we're not going back to a regular old house. We're not going to be boring. We're still adventure with coffee.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Gracie?
Well, we've decided to get a ship. Well, yeah, that's really what it's called.
It's a shipping container.
It's a shipping container, but granted, the one that we're getting isn't what you think when you think shipping container. Yeah. It's a little more upscale, but we've decided to do this because, one, we were going to stay in place anyways while Tyler was finishing up school. I traveled while doing school. It was hard, and it's just something that we're not going to go through again. So we're going to stay put, and plus we've decided that it makes sense because while we were traveling, we'd have to scrounge around, because where we live at, there's not a lot of full-time RV places. It's a very touristy place, so some places don't allow it. So we were trying to figure out what made the most sense. So now when we do decide to get back out there after you're done, and we'll still travel while you're in school, we'll do other stuff, it just won't be
RV life.
Country crossing RV,
right?
But we've decided to get this as our home base,
right?
So now once we come back from traveling, we have a place to park it. We have a place that's inside that we can just go back into, that's already there for us. We're set. So it just realistically makes a little more sense. Plus, we're going to be doing the shipping container outright. So we're not going to have rent or a mortgage or anything while we're traveling. And we don't have to stress about it. Exactly. So that's super nice.
Yeah. So be on the lookout. We are going to do videos of setting it up, and
we'll talk a little bit about it once we get it and stuff, and what it's going to look like. And
And Gracie doesn't know this, but she may be starting a new series for her marketplace and thrift shop finds.
Oh, because
Watch your headphones again.
Because I think that it's better. I prefer. I'm a Facebook marketplace. That is my jam. And then thrift stores. You're right, because I think that it's, unless I can't find it anywhere else, I'd rather get it from those places because it's upcycling.
Yeah.
And I'd rather do that than go pay twice as much for it on Amazon for it to not be as good quality.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just...
Because we all know stuff that was built 20, 30, 40 years ago is a lot better quality than what we have now.
And the cool thing is, we've been in an RV for so long that I now don't feel like I have to rush. Like, we're going to get it. And our number one priority, bed. That is all I care about right now.
King size.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
3 dogs, 2 adults.
We've been in an RV queen at that.
Yeah.
But that's like number one priority, so we have somewhere to sleep. Other than that, I'm going to take my time finding things. I've already been like saving things on Facebook Marketplace, but I think that I'm just going to take my time and find pieces that you and I really both enjoy, and that's going to last.
I agree.
So.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a very short episode of the Adventure with Coffee podcast, but I think with how heavy it was emotionally, that's probably a good thing. So we're going to end it there. Any last words you have for the audience on either of our topics, storage container house or alcoholism?
Well, start looking out for it, because I'm going to be definitely posting about that, because I love to shop about stuff like that. But otherwise, guys, if you need us, we're here. We're going through our own shit, but I'm always going to be here to help, and so is he.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, as much as we can, we can't pour from an empty cup, but if we got a little bit in us, we'll pour.
I'm here to listen.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. I think we can both attest that sometimes you just need to rant and get it off your chest.
That's it. Oh, that's me most of the time.
Yeah, I know.
Most of the time, I'm just, somebody said it. What did they say? It's I'll get it. It's an acronym, and it was like HALT. So before she approached the situation with whoever was in her family that was, she said she had an acronym that she told herself. She was HALT, I think, and H stood for hungry, A was anger, L was, I can't remember what L and T were. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, because I used that in one of my poems that I wrote for Salt Lines.
Oh, really?
It's an alcoholism poem, yeah. And I used the HALT.
That's what, and I'll have to figure out what the other L and T, but I was like, oh, usually if I'm angry about something so small, like, it's because I'm not actually angry and I'm just hungry, or I just need to vent about it, and then I'll be fine. So, yes, if you need to vent, feel free to reach out, because I totally understand.
Yeah. All right. Well, I love you, Gracie.
I love you too.
All right. And with that, we're going to bring this episode to an end.
Oh, I was going to say to a close. I was close.
You were close.
Close.
All right. Well, as always, we love you
so much.
Bye.
Who lives in RV, traveling estates, adventure with coffee, driving dink all over the place, adventure with coffee, with 3 pups who are cuddly as can be, adventure with coffee, the happiest little traveling family, adventure with coffee, adventure with coffee, adventure with coffee, adventure with coffee. Until next time.